Hi artists, this is Miss Funk. Today we're going to talk about layering colors. When artists want to express themselves with color, they often use layering techniques to create a full and vibrant effect. This painting was created by a German artist named Gerhard Richter. Here's one of my absolute favorite artists who uses layers in an interesting way. This is Bisa Butler. She was born in 1975 and is still working today. She's an American artist from New Jersey. She makes her portraits entirely out of see-through cloth sewn in layers. Her technique is similar to making a quilt. She is known for the vibrancy of her colors. Notice, when she uses these fabrics are very see-through. Every time she layers a color over another one, she gets a new color. Take a look at these amazing portraits. Another artist known for their layering of color is Vincent van Gogh. You've probably heard of him before. He's one of the most famous artists that we talk about in school. He was born in 1853 and died in 1890. He was a Dutch Impressionist painter from the Netherlands. Vincent van Gogh painted over 30 self-portraits between the years 1886 and 1889. He's known for his textured application of oil paint and bold, dramatic brushstrokes. Notice how he uses multiple colors in the same area to create different effects. You will be using the Sketches School app to layer colors on a photograph of yourself. This is going to be a self-portrait. We're not going to be drawing the self-portrait. You're using the photo as a base. Have fun and do not be inhibited by what you think is right and wrong when choosing your colors. Next up, you're going to see me give you some tips on Sketches School, but I think you all know how to use it even better than I do, so I can't wait to see what you come up with. So when I open up Sketches School, I have a little sketchbook called Portraits already. Yesterday, I worked on these 3 portraits. These are family portraits. I took a photograph of myself and I colored over this one. Is a little freaky. Yeah, it's kind of scary looking, but it was still fun to make. So again, this isn't a freehand drawing. This is drawn over an original portrait. I took the same thing, took a portrait of my husband that I had taken for a 5th grade project, and then I just colored over him. Again, is a little spooky. Yeah, it is, but it was fun. Something I really liked about doing with his was I used a black and white photo. So when I do my demo today, I'm going to use a black and white photo. And then the last one, this was a picture of my dog. So I just used my iPad, took a picture of her sitting in her chair, and then I just went ahead and I started layering colors. You can still kind of see in the background, you can actually see my house in there. So I didn't fully cover up the background, but the dog really stands out, and so does her favorite chair. Okay, so I'm going to start a new one. And at the very top, there are 3 dots in a row, straight across. It's a horizontal line of 3 dots. I'm going to touch that with my finger, and there is an arrow pointing down into a square. That means you're going to be uploading something to this Sketches School page. So I'm going to click on that, and it gives me an option. I can take a picture with the camera, or I can look in my photos or files. So I went ahead and I took a picture of myself before this. So I'm going to go to my photos. I'm going to take this one. I thought this one might be kind of fun. Using my 2 fingers, my thumb and my forefinger, I can kind of make it the size that I want right here. Down at the bottom, there is a way you can make this more see-through. I tried that. I didn't like it because I couldn't see the lines very well. So I want to keep it nice and bold and click on the check mark. Now I want to show you a few of the tools that I think work really, really well. One of them is the paintbrush tool that looks more like a watercolor paintbrush. So down in the bottom corner, you can click on the little square and it shows you different colors you can use. This one is a little bit transparent, so you can see through your lines, and every time you go over it again, it kind of darkens it up. Or if I wanted to add a new color on there, then it's going to just kind of create a new layer of color. So I'm going to erase all that. Another tool that gives you some really good transparent lines, but they're a little bit sharper, is the marker tool. So you can still kind of see through it. This one's a little bit more opaque, but you'll get that same kind of where you see it crisscrossed, the lines. You can do some really cool color combinations there. So I just made a turquoise with my green and my blue, and then maybe I'm going to add some yellow on top of that. So you can create some really cool color combinations, and this is good for pinpoint. Now, some of these tools I absolutely love, and they are opaque, so you can't really see through them. So for example, this paint pen right here, if you want something that you can't see through at all, maybe you want to make some of your hair really stand out, like Vincent van Gogh, he's got those kind of thick lines. Maybe you want to do that. That tool's really good for it. One of my other favorites is this pointy brush pen tool because of the shape that's created. So it's really fun. I like to use this one to kind of create curls in the hair. One other favorite tool that I have that I want to show you is this roller paint tool. This one is super fun because I don't know exactly how it works, but when you do like little zigzag rolls, it comes up as these kind of random crazy shapes. And then when you layer those over the top of each other, you get some really interesting designs. You can kind of see again, so that yellow layered over the yellow again gets this kind of orange. So there's so many cool things that you can kind of do with this design. I absolutely love this tool. I would say this might be one of my absolute favorites. So at this point, I'm fast forwarding through my art process. If you'd like to skip ahead in the video just to the very end where I give a few more tips and some advice for how you're going to hand it in on Seesaw, you can feel free to do that. Otherwise, enjoy watching the process. I thought it was pretty fun. All right, artists, well, there you have it. I spent about 20 minutes working on this one. My other drawings also took about 20 minutes. When you're finished, you are going to save your artwork. So click on the box with the arrow pointing up, click Save Image. You can also put it right in Seesaw. Just make sure that you're putting it in your art Seesaw. I hope you have as much fun as I did with this project. Remember, don't worry if it looks weird or scary or funny or silly or anything else like that. It's all about the process. That's what we're really going for. Can't wait to see what you create.